You're watching the SCAC Player of the Week interviews. It's week 6 of the 2021 season, and today we're joined by the SCAC Men's Soccer Defensive Player of the Week, senior defender Brady Johnston of the Trinity University Tigers. And Brady, congratulations, and thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Brady, you and the rest of your Tiger teammates off to a remarkable start, 11-0 on the season, 3-0 in SCAC play, coming off important road wins this past weekend against TLU 3-2 and Southwestern 5-2. You know, you have been with this program for a number of years now, been on some special teams that have won SCAC championships, been to the second week in the NCAA tournament. But as this year's unfolded, what makes this group special? What makes this unit, so competitive out there and gives you confidence going into the rest of the season?
Honestly, there's a lot of good things about this team. As you mentioned, I've been in a lot of good teams throughout the years. I've had a lot of experience with a lot of quality players, but there's something very special and unique about this team. One thing that I think is important is we've brought in a really good freshman class that have bonded really well with the team and have put in a really hard effort into our games and into our practices that has overall elevated our whole team as a whole. So it's a very special team that I'm proud to be a part of.
Individually, Brady, another outstanding weekend for you there on that back line, anchoring this defense. You also chip in on the offensive side of things, getting the game-winning goal in that win over TLU on Friday night. This is a defense, Brady, that's averaging, giving up just a little over 1 goal per game. But one of the things I've enjoyed about you and your career is you love to pick your spots and get in on the offensive third of things. I go back to your junior campaign and your All-American year, 9 goals on that season. You get the game-winning goal on Friday. How have you been able to find that balance as a defender to find those moments, pick those spots to elevate this team on the offensive third as well, but also still being responsible at the defensive end?
Honestly, my coaches have made it very easy for me to adjust. They remind me all the time that when I first came in as a freshman, a long time ago now, I was initially a centre attacking mid, so I was used to being in that attacking role and finishing and getting on that side of things. Then I moved down, and now I find myself at centre back, and it gives me a chance to use kind of my physical side of the game and get stuck in there. But it gives me an opportunity when we're forward for set pieces. I like to get in the mix and get up there for headers. So that gives me an opportunity to score these goals. I know that with the teammates that I have, good balls are going to be put in there, and it gives me an opportunity to get in these places and get these goals for the team.
I want to ask Brady just kind of where your headspace is at this season. You look at your career and you've battled some injury, you've battled, getting through, as we all have, this global pandemic, and you're able to return, this year for your senior season. And I know when we spoke at the end of last year, things were still up in the air if you were going to have this opportunity. But now that you're back in the fold there in San Antonio with this Tiger men's soccer program, how much have you allowed yourself to enjoy where you're at now in this season, and how much, I don't know, maybe urgency does that add, knowing that this is your last go-around there in San Antonio?
Yeah, that's a great question. After the last weekend's games, I pulled the boys aside and I said I wouldn't have wanted to come back for another team. This team has been quality, and it's made me feel like my decision to come back and play for this program has been a great one. Honestly, I didn't know if I was going to come back this year. I'm thankful that I was able to complete my master's in healthcare administration at Trinity. It's allowed me to play soccer, the game that I've played since I was young, but also keep my relationships with the boys. It's been great to obviously know them for many years. They're on their last ride now, their last year, and it's been great, obviously, to be with them, to practice every day and keep this undefeated streak going.
What is your role with this group, Brady? I know we talked a little before coming on here, just, as one of the senior leaders on this team and having been through all the different battles, I'm sure it's changed over the course of your time there with Coach McGinley's team. Now as one of the senior leaders on this team, how do you see your role with this group, and how have you embraced that role this season?
I'm kind of like the old man or the grandpa of the group. The boys joke about it all the time. Obviously, I've been here for a while, so although I am kind of the old man, they can come to me and obviously ask for advice and stuff like that. They also know that I've been there, I've done it, I've kind of got the T-shirt. So it's good to be there and try and be a role model for them. Although I'm not one of the official captains, it's good to have them captains like Jacob Galan and some of my other teammates that will come to me sometimes. So It's good to just be there for the boys. Obviously be there on the field, but also be there off the field as well.
And finally, Brady, getting back to looking ahead to this weekend, 2 more fixtures on the schedule. You and your Tiger teammates returning home after 3 matches on the road. Be back in the confines of Paul McGinley Field. Austin College and Dallas come to town, 2 big SCAC contests. What are your expectations going into the weekend? What will be key for this team to build on this 11-game win streak?
Honestly, our expectations are, as they are for every game, it's to continue this winning streak, continue to win. Obviously, we want to start the game off on the best foot, start off strong, and then try and bring in some other guys that haven't necessarily got as much time to allow them to play. So our goal is, as always, every weekend, just keep this undefeated streak going and to keep winning games.
A native of Northampton, England, this week's SCAC Men's Soccer Defensive Player of the Week for Week 6 of the 2021 season, senior defender Brady Johnston of the Trinity University Tigers. Brady, again, congratulations on your honor and best of luck as you continue to move forward throughout your senior season.
Thank you. Thank you a lot.